Welcome to Recently Logged, where we're finally doing another animated movie.
I didn't know we hated animated movies, Micah.
How many weeks has it been, Robbie?
Help me
recollect.
Wow. Well, apparently it's been 5 weeks. You just counted.
It is. It's been 5 weeks counting all those Harry Potter episodes.
And our last one was Despicable Me, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Did we go up in quality or did we go down in quality?
Oh, we most definitely went down.
Yikes.
Well, hello there, people
Hi.
of the internet who happen to listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Robbie.
And I'm Micah.
And sometimes we introduce ourselves on
And
the podcast, and other
Monsters
times
Incorporated.
No. And other times we don't.
I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to start saying that every week like I used to.
All right. Well, we're talking about Disney's newest animated movie? No,
because Onward came out this year.
Curse you, Onward.
Hey, but we did an episode on that.
We did
so
that.
You can go listen to that.
You go listen to that. I think I rated it higher than you.
You did.
I did. There you go.
Spoiler alert. Frozen 2.
Frozen 2.
Yeah. The unfortunate sequel that was not as good as its original.
Are you saying that Frozen is a masterpiece that couldn't be topped, Micah?
No. Frozen is like a solid 3.5 star movie.
Hold up. I think you mean 3.5, 4-star movie, Micah. I think that's what you mean to say.
Well.
Well.
All right. Well, anyway.
Do we want to get into the basic facts about this film, Micah?
We do.
The
basic basic bread.
I was trying to come up with a word that means basic that starts with an F, so you could be like something film facts, but there's nothing.
Frederick's film
facts. Are we gonna hire a guy named Frederick to read all the information?
Yeah, we need to find a guy named Frederick.
So we can have a little bumper on
Frederick's film facts
on the section Frederick's film facts.
Yeah,
there you go.
Let's go hire a guy named Frederick. Anyway, Frozen 2 is a 2019 movie rated PG. It's 103 minutes. Wow, it's only 103 minutes.
You feel all of the 103 minutes.
It's got Kristen Bell. How do you pronounce her name?
Idina? I'm guessing.
Idina, I would assume.
Idina
Menzel.
Menzel, yes.
Yeah. Josh Gad.
Broadway lady.
Yeah, Broadway lady. She was in Wicked.
Yeah.
Who
didn't like Wicked?
Graff, I think is his last name. Groff. Okay.
I could tell you.
Also on Broadway.
Your Hamilton knowledge is failing you, Micah.
And just like some other people. Dipper Pines is in this.
Wait, where is he, Micah?
He's right there.
Oh, there he is.
Doc Ock is in this.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Micah?
Oh, wait,
That's the entire cast.
Yeah, and Alan Tudyk is in it because he's in every Disney movie.
Well, there you go.
It was directed by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee. And it was written by Jennifer Lee and Hans Christian Andersen.
Hans Christian Andersen? Isn't he a composer or something?
Oh, wait. No, he wrote The Snow
Queen. I was about to say, he's old. I know much.
I'm like, I didn't think he worked on that, but it was cut off. But yeah, he wrote The Snow Queen, which, if you've ever read The Snow Queen.
I have not.
Okay, I had to read this for an English class.
Should we watch the film adaptation of The Snow Queen?
How the heck do you get Frozen out of The Snow Queen?
Well, inspired by The Snow Queen. The Frozen Heart thing.
Like the snow? No, it wasn't even Frozen Heart. It was a stupid mirror made by demons that like distorted everything into looking horrible. And this kid, like the mirror falls and breaks, and a shard falls into this kid's eye, and he goes insane, pretty much. And then they have to go on a grand quest to find the Snow Queen.
Wow. Well, they go on a quest, and there's shards of things being stabbed into people and frozen, so...
Okay. Anyway, it was nominated for 1 Oscar.
Maybe that's why the villain was named Hans, Micah.
Why would you name the villain after the guy who wrote the original story?
I don't know.
It was nominated for best achievement in music written for motion picture.
Okay, I was like, please tell me this wasn't nominated for best animated.
Yeah, I was surprised because we hadn't seen this for a while, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna get that best animation nom."
Gonna get the best animated nom. Yeah.
Did you? And they kept on sharing all these pictures of like really close-ups of the high def animation, which the textures in this are beautiful.
Yes, they are.
I'll
Can
give them
confirm.
that, but
The stunning animation, well, not even all of the animation, but the textures and stuff, the lighting are really good, but they don't make up for a lot of things.
Yeah, and also for some reason, and I don't know, like it's hardly noticeable, but it is noticeable when you're watching it. The animation just seems more choppy than the first one, and I think that's honestly, I doubt it is like especially more choppy, but I think that comes from like the textures being so good.
Yeah.
So you have like these super realistic elements and these super realistic textures, and then you have these animated figures still moving like animated figures.
Yeah, it's odd, especially near the beginning of the film. I thought this both times I watched it. For those who don't know, well, I guess no one would know this.
Oh,
Well, you probably know this.
I probably know this.
I watch a lot of animated short films in my spare time. And the animation at the beginning of this movie, with how like choppy and kind of not flowing it is, really surprised me that it was in a professional
Yeah, because it looks
animated
kind of like
movie.
kind of like a short because
It looks
they don't
like
have
an
very
indie.
big budgets.
It looks like an indie animated short, is what it looks like in the beginning, with just really good textures, which a lot of indie shorts have.
Yeah.
But just most of the time, the animation isn't nearly as smooth or nice looking as maybe a professional studio would put out.
Yeah. Anyway, for basic thoughts, I think I'll go first on this one. Since
Whoa.
You always go first.
Whoa!
I rated
Changing it up.
I rated it 2.5 stars, which I still think is a little generous. It's disappointing, to be sure. Like, that was one thing that I've heard from a lot of people, is just it's disappointing.
Yeah,
But-
for even someone who wasn't looking forward to like a sequel to Frozen, it was still disappointing.
Yeah, like it's just not very good writing. Like that's really all it boils down to. The writing in this movie is all over the place. Like, I don't know what they were going for, or if they had like one story that they wanted to do specifically, but they really didn't do it well. And I don't know, man. Just like almost every element in this movie that you could compare to the first movie is not as good as the first movie.
Except for those textures, Micah.
Except for those textures
And the lighting. Yeah.
The lighting is good in this movie.
There you go. See? There's some positives, Micah.
Okay. What about you, Robbie?
I don't know. I rated this 2.5 out of 5, so right down the middle, same as Micah, but honestly, okay, this was our second time watching it. I think Micah already said that. And I liked it a bit better this time. Like, I got into it. I have a feeling this will probably grow on me quite a bit. Like, it's weird enough and like weirdly funny enough that it'll probably grow on me the more I watch it. But honestly, there's not a lot here that I really think is that good, like, at all.
I think this movie becomes like 20 times better if you just zone out kind of while you're watching it.
Yeah, watch this while you're like high or something.
Recently long does not endorse you getting high.
I'm just saying, this would be a good film to watch if you are already high.
Wow.
I'm not encouraging that you do get high, but if you're already high, then just go watch this.
Okay. That's something.
But yeah, like Micah said, it just has a bad screenplay. A lot of the characters get their own quote-unquote arcs, I guess, but they don't mesh together.
What's Olaf's arc?
I don't know. He's growing up, Micah.
That's
but
not,
it's mainly you. Well, I wasn't saying specifically Olaf gets an arc. I was saying most of the characters get an arc.
He's most up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm saying there's not a big thematic core to the movie, like a main theme tying everything together. There's a lot of the plot points feel very just, oh, this is what's happening now. Yeah.
Okay.
And then a lot of the conflict just feels very, I don't know, contrived.
It's almost forced, really.
Yeah, forced. That would be a
like
better.
these characters. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's look at this story.
Dissect the story.
Time to dissect some story.
Like a frog.
Like a frog.
Or a salamander.
In science class. But okay, so let's look at this story. They're there. So nobody knows about the whole trying to not make it just sound like the whole damn plot. Trying to give a good space. It's kind of trying to give a good space between those. But the dam isn't supposed to, strengthen their waters. It's supposed to hurt the forest. It's an evil plot from what's-his-face.
From what's-his-face, yeah.
Yeah, Anna and Elsa's grandfather. And nobody else knows about this from what I can understand. Like,
well, who would?
Like, he tells nobody but the chief of these people. And then he kills them. And then they get in a fight. Like, everybody just starts breaking out in a fight. And then he dies. So nobody knows about this. And these people who don't know why they were fighting stay in conflict for, how many years was it? Like 15?
I don't know.
How many years was the misstep?
I think it was 15.
Yeah, like 15 years. In a forest, trapped with each other and deadly magic creatures, and they can't work together.
It's like Annihilation, Micah.
Well, kind of.
Kind of.
If only this was as good.
Wow. Okay.
Man. But yeah, like, it just doesn't make sense.
There are a lot of things.
You come in, and then they come in, and they're like, "What magic to Arendelle? Why would the spirity natureness do this?"
Micah, you realize no one like, if you haven't seen this movie before, they have no idea what you're talking about.
And then, like, I don't know, man. This plot doesn't make much sense.
No, I can't imagine writing the outline for this movie. Like, beat by beat, I can't imagine.
And then, like, okay. Another thing that bothers me, and we're skipping ahead quite a ways. She's in, Elsa has made it to Alderan or whatever. Magical, Alderan, magical river.
Wow.
That shows you your past. Yeah. And she goes in, and then she gets to the part, and the song echoes in her face, and it's like, "Not too far, or you'll be drowned."
Wow.
and then, okay, so Elsa can control ice.
Oh my god.
This is her ability. By the end of the movie, they establish she is one of the 5 freaking elemental spirits.
Wow.
She can control ice. Why does she not use the ice to make an easy way up and an easy... Why doesn't she use ice more often in this movie? So, like, if this was a superhero movie, you would see these characters probably using this power in a practical way, but not Elsa.
Wow.
Elsa's an idiot.
She was taught to fear her powers, Micah.
Okay,
don't you know?
But when you're drowning, trying to tame a water horse, right?
As you do.
Why not shoot up with your ice, right? So you can
Maybe that's not how it works.
Okay, but listen to this. So you're in water.
I mean,
you
water...
can form
ice does float.
Out of this, right?
Well, actually, saltwater ice doesn't float.
Well, yeah, it doesn't float, but you can freeze it. So like, you are freezing it up. So, like, as you're freezing more, it's pushing you up because it needs to have space to freeze more. Ice expands.
Yeah. Well, not saltwater ice. The salt makes it denser, and actually the ice floats to the bottom, so it wouldn't expand.
No, the water expands more.
No.
Yeah, with salt water, it still is more space than... No.
No, that's not how saltwater works.
No, I know that salt water doesn't follow the same principles, and it also has a much, much colder freezing temperature.
Okay, well we don't need to cover this. Do we want to get
Saltwater
into the
ice.
questions, Mike?
No, hold on.
Oh my god.
See, look, it's still just the same size. It still expands.
If you say so. I could have swore I remembered it, like, takes up less space, but because it's denser. That's just salt crystals, Micah.
Well, yeah, I realize some of these are just salt crystals,
All
but
right.
I'm trying to prove a point here.
Okay, who cares, Micah? Nobody cares.
Okay, anyway, let's move into questions.
Questions. It's question time.
Question time.
I don't know what that was.
We need to use that soundbite every time.
All right, Micah. What do you have a question?
Do you have a question? Wait, was
That
your
was
question?
my question.
Oh boy. Yes.
Yes. Care to elaborate on that?
I answered the question.
Wow.
What is your favorite character from this movie?
Favorite character? Does it?
Character.
Okay, so by favorite character from this movie, you mean just in this movie? Like, it doesn't matter what they did in the first movie?
Yes, doesn't matter anything that they did in the first movie.
All right.
And yes, Hans is a option because he appears.
He is
the
in this movie for some reason. Oh gosh. Oh heck. I might have to say Olaf. I might have to do it to
That's
him.
a major
Okay.
L.
Okay. Before I get like a bunch of like, come on, dude, it's Olaf. He sucks.
He does suck.
He's actually very funny in this movie.
Okay,
I will say.
How? Like, he has a couple funny jokes, sure, and the Samantha thing was underused, but like, other than that, like, he has like a couple. Like, I don't get how you could find his character to be that funny because he has like two good jokes, and then he's just
What?
sitting there for most of the movie.
I don't know. I really liked Olaf in this movie. I was not a fan in the first movie.
What about all of his incorrect facts?
The incorrect facts is funny, Micah.
No, it's not, because the kids are going to see this and they're going to think, oh, it's true. Water does have memory. No, kids, it doesn't.
So Monty Python sucks because the kids are gonna think
No, the
that,
kids shouldn't be watching Monty Python.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm gonna say Olaf. I just maybe it was just because everything else in this movie I didn't find very enjoyable. That when Olaf made a funny joke, I'm like, yes, I'll go for that. I hate that it's Josh Gad, but he's probably my favorite in this movie specifically.
I'm going to say my favorite character in this movie.
Dipper Pines.
I wish Dipper Pines actually had a good character in this movie. Otherwise, I would be like, heck yeah, it's Dipper Pines.
Okay, guys, you need to go watch Gravity Falls and then watch this movie.
And then be like, it's Dipper Pines.
Or at least watch the scenes with the guy who plays Dipper in it. I think I'll watch anything with that guy in it.
Right? Like, even that one really weird Netflix show is still better because of him.
Wow.
He plays the bad guy, though.
Spoiler alert, jeez.
Well, you don't know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Nobody knows what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
well, nobody else knows what you're talking about.
Okay, I think my favorite character is additional voice.
What?
Okay, that doesn't qualify, but still, you get my point. I don't like any of these
You don't like
characters.
any
in
of the
this.
characters? Not even Kristoff, Micah?
Kristoff is reduced to like a weird subplot.
I don't even know what Kristoff was doing this movie.
Like Kristoff was my favorite character in the first movie.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Wow. Mine was the Duke of Weaseltown, Micah.
Wow. Okay.
He was pretty funny. Basically, just put a non-funny character in there. I'll be like, he was pretty funny, and then that'll be my favorite character.
You know, I heard some people say that like Honeymaron was one of their favorite characters, and how does that even happen? She's just exposition.
Yeah, really. Like, what? Hold on.
Sure, I guess I'll just default to Kristoff.
Plus he gets his
I
rock
don't like
ballad,
his
Micah.
song, Robbie.
His pop rock ballad.
I don't like his song. Yikes, his song. I actually, I sent like a clip of it to a friend, and I was like, they're even making Queen references, and she hasn't seen the movie yet. And she's like, well, they'll just put anything in Disney movies these days.
Did they have "Don't Stop Me" that music video in here, Micah?
No, they had the
Bohemian Rhapsody.
no, what's that music video?
What
Which
one?
I Want to Break Free. That's
No.
That's the music video they referenced.
That would be okay, guys. If you want to ruin your day,
If you want to ruin your day,
go watch the "I Want to Break Free" Queen music video.
It's beautiful in a way.
It's a work of art, Micah.
Okay, do you have a question though?
I think I rated "I Want to Break Free's" music video higher than this movie.
Do you have a question though?
I do have a question, Micah.
Wow.
How do you feel about the music in this movie? Because it is a musical.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I think the music is very hit or miss in this movie.
Hit or miss. I guess I never miss.
Well, this movie does miss.
Huh? Yes. Yes, it does sometimes.
So
sadly.
I think the two best songs are Into the Unknown.
Into the Unknown.
But specifically by Panic at the Disco.
Okay, the credits Into the Unknown.
And
Do credits songs count as songs in the movie, Micah?
yes.
Okay, I thought we were only counting narrative.
It's an original song though.
Okay, all right.
Okay, but anyway, that just even if it's not by Panic at the Disco, I think that's the best song in the movie. And then Show Yourself is pretty good in movie. But just like listening to it, I can't see much.
I don't like Show Yourself. I don't know why.
I'm not a huge fan of the Nothing Changes or whatever
See,
song.
I like that song, but it just once again the weak subplots and weird character arcs that are supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
It doesn't work thematically a lot of the time.
Or is Everything Will Make Sense When I'm Older song.
Okay, that that song goes on too long, but it is funny, Micah.
See, I don't find any of the growing older jokes funny at all.
See, I find it funny.
Like, I find that stuff, like, really stupid.
Wow.
I'm like, wow.
Are you saying my sense of humor is stupid and by extension me?
Probably.
Wow. I'm leaving the podcast. Luke, you have to come on here and co-host with him now.
You know, I'm not sure he'd mind.
No, that's true. I'll just edit for you guys. I'll be the producer.
Yeah. But to make sure we can get the top quality, either he's gonna have to come to America or I'm gonna have to go to the UK.
Wow. Those are the only two options.
Those are the only two options.
And meet halfway. Just like
meet halfway. What is halfway?
Buy like an oil rig in the middle of the ocean.
I think the closest to halfway would be like the very tip of New York.
Oh, you mean still on land?
Well, yeah. What do you think? We're going to record it in the ocean?
Yeah, like I said, oil rig in the middle of the ocean.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, I was going through the songs. I don't like the Everything Makes Sense When We're Older. I don't like Kristoff's power ballad.
Dang, man. Kristoff's power ballad had so much potential to be, like, funny and, like,
and
cool.
then it wasn't.
And then it's just, like, the editing choices can be funny sometimes. There's some...
But they play it off as way too serious.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're like, this is his emotional arc, when really, like, I wish they would just, like, either make him a joke the whole time, or just...
Well, it's like he practically is a joke the whole time, but they still want to give him an emotional
Yeah, they
arc.
still want you emotionally invested in
like,
him.
Kristoff's character through this entire movie... His entire character is proposed to Anna, but oopsie-daisy.
But whoopsie-daisy,
so
shenanigans
bad.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans ensue, Micah.
I think 90% of this movie is whoopsie-daisy shenanigans.
Wow. Well, they're on a quest, Micah. It's a road trip movie, if you will.
Wow, this is not a road trip movie. This is about as much of a road trip movie as Annihilation is a road trip movie.
I guess. Wow.
But like, yeah, he's like, Anna.
Anna. That was,
And then,
okay,
and
I
then,
laughed at that.
in my opinion, Anna acts completely out of
Okay,
character
yeah,
in this movie.
that was weird.
Like Anna in the first movie is
very,
very
very
like,
level-headed.
very, yeah, extremely like, yeah, she's crazy-ish because like she wants to find
Because
love really fast.
she's so quirky, Mike.
But she's not like crazy.
She's not like psycho crazy. Like what is happening in this movie? I don't know what's happening.
Christoph will say anything, and she's like, "What?"
I don't know.
She like, and they play it for laughs, but it makes no sense. And then like,
Anna's character makes zero sense.
and then Christoph's play is legitimate in this movie because he's like, "Am I growing apart? Because it seems like my girlfriend likes her sister more than she likes me."
Wow. Is that the real emotional core of this movie, Micah?
Well, sure.
Sure.
And it makes sense because Anna and Christoph do nothing together in this movie. And you're like, are they trying to write them apart? What is happening? And then just like at the end, Christoph's like, "I'll save you, Anna." What?
Does he say it just like that?
And then he just proposes, and that was it.
Yeah, nothing happens wrong this time. Like there was no reason for them to go wrong before, but
right? Like, oh. But anyway, are there any other songs? Oh, right. Anna's depression song.
I'm ready. Depression.
That's fine.
No, that's not the name of the song.
No, I didn't say. I was saying this song is fine.
Oh.
It's nothing great.
Yeah, that's all right. Like
it's just kind of there, but like, I don't know. The songs are very, very hit or miss.
Put it on my songs to cry to playlist.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of what's her face? Like Kristen Bell or whatever. Right? What's her name?
I mean, she plays. Who does she play? She plays Elsa. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Kristen Bell.
Oh wait,
is
no,
Anna.
Kristen Bell. Yeah, no, that is Anna. Never mind.
Broadway lady is Elsa.
Yes, I know.
But anyway, yeah, she plays Anna. I'm not a huge fan of her, and it just really sounds like her when she sings this song. Like,
wow.
Usually it doesn't, but when she sings the song, I'm like, oh, that's her. But that's my only qualm with that song, really.
Wow. There is one line in it, I don't remember what it was, but it bothers me every time, where they could have chosen a better rhyme for
Is it the Hello Darkness, I'm Ready to Succumb thing? Because that bothers me
that
every
doesn't
time.
bother me. That's fine. Whatever.
Because it's just her talking, and that's the part where I'm like, oh, it just sounds like her.
Wow, okay. But no, there was a rhyme in it that bothered me. But anyway, the only tracks that I'll probably ever listen to off of this,
Panic at the Disco.
You know, I'm something of a music guy myself. Dang, I should make some music videos, not music videos.
Music
but like
videos. Robbie's making music videos
music
now.
Space videos.
He's gonna make music videos.
YouTube videos
for
about
the
music.
No, he's gonna make some music videos for the songs in this.
There you go.
Yeah.
The only songs I'll probably ever listen to out of this are Into the Unknown, which I have on my playlist.
What playlist?
Panic at the Disco playlist.
See, it's the Panic at the Disco.
But I do have the regular one on my musicals playlist. So there you go.
All right. What do you think the worst plot point is?
I don't know, man. There's a lot to choose from. Ooh, something in my throat. What was I thinking of? I don't know, man. The bridge thing or the dam thing seems a little weird, like at the end with the soldiers. I don't know. Once again, the proposal thing is weird in the movie. I don't know. There's a lot of plot points that I just don't think work well in the overall narrative.
Okay, for the overall story.
Okay.
What is the worst plot point?
What is like the biggest drop the ball on the writer's part?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, wish I had some time to think about this, Micah. Do you have an answer already?
No.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'm thinking about it myself.
I might have to go with, yeah, maybe the dam thing. Like, it's weird.
Darn, that's what I was gonna go with because
Darn,
like,
that's like, wow.
because like that's like practically the entire plot, and it doesn't
so,
make sense.
Yeah, like it. I think no, that's a completely different issue. That's a completely different issue. I'll bring it up later. But what were you gonna say, Micah? You think?
The way I said what I said. What did I say? I said I think it's like the whole plot practically. Like the whole plot is based off of this one event happening, and the event doesn't really make sense. So Mr. Kingman doesn't trust people who have magic. It's like magic makes people think they can defy the will of a king. Do you have any experience with this?
Why does he sound like that?
Does he have? Okay, yeah, but where's the logic here? How does he get this in his mind? He has never met these people.
It doesn't
before.
really matter.
But then he's like, okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna build a dam
to block out
what?
To block out something.
Wasn't there any other way you could do this better? You're just gonna build an entire ginormous dam. And then after that, okay, think about it this way. When he does that, he gives them the dam. It's on their land.
Yeah.
He gives them the theoretical power to wipe out all of Arendelle.
I was about to say, if it wasn't for Elsa saving Arendelle at the end, it would have just been destroyed.
But if this would have played out differently and they hadn't gone on murdering each other, right? What if they were just like, okay, do everything we want or we'll break the dam.
Wow. And plus, I don't get how that, like, the betrayal thing is supposed to play into the theme of the movie.
Right?
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, okay,
why this conflict?
What is
for
the theme of the movie?
Yeah.
What the heck is the theme of this movie?
Is
Because
it about,
there are so many things going on.
I don't know what it's about. There's nothing bringing it together.
Because
like
Olaf talks all about change and growing older. And so change is the only thing that makes sense as any kind of a through point.
Yeah.
Like everything changes.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but like, why not lean into that more if that's what you're gonna have as your main theme?
And I mean, like there is some things for it. Like I said, there's the song "Nothing Changes" or whatever, and everything changes that they talk about in that song.
I mean, that song's kind of a bop, Mike.
So
maybe
there's one thing.
My inner theater kid is coming.
Inner theater kid? You're not a theater kid. I'm a theater.
I'm saying my inner theater kid.
But anyway,
I'm something of a musical fan myself.
How does that go into the whole sister conflict and dam conflict?
I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't make much sense. Like, if they wanted to go with the whole parent thing, like,
oh yeah, and the parents, how does that fit in with them?
I don't know how that really, like, none of the themes they bring up in all of their many different, like, subplots and conflicts, none of them really cohesively fit together.
Didn't they talk, like, yeah, it's shown in the movie that their mom was the fifth spirit before they were. She was the Avatar, Micah?
She was the Avatar, I guess.
Wow. What? Like, how does that make any sense?
I don't know. Plus the whole fifth spirit thing, I don't know.
The fifth spirit doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, none of it really.
Why would she have ice powers?
Yeah, it's like earth, wind, fire, water,
like literally
ice.
the elements right there. And then the fifth one that's supposed to connect people and magic. And she can control ice.
Basically, you just left the water spirit out in the cold a little too long, and you get Elsa.
Yeah,
is pretty much.
And also, why are Elsa, Anna, and their mom in a constant state, whereas all the other spirits aren't?
That's a great question, Micah. Because they're the Avatar.
I guess. I don't know, man.
Confirmed.
Like,
Micah.
I get there's supposed to be a bridge from the spirit to the human world, but you'd think. I don't know. Like, cause
it was all peaceful till the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, it was all peaceful until the Fire Nation attacked. and then there was a war for 100 years while the Avatar slept or something.
Dang, we should just go watch The Last Airbender instead.
I think that's what everyone should do.
Wow.
Don't watch this movie. Go watch Avatar and The Last Airbender.
All right, well, there you go. That's the end of the movie. That's the end of the discussion right there.
But yeah, this is a good thing to talk about though, because there's a lot that happens in this movie,
yeah,
and none of it goes together.
I almost feel I was gonna bring this up. I almost feel like this movie has so many plot points in it that it should have been longer. But at the same time, since nothing's really happening,
it shouldn't have been longer. It should have been written down.
You think they should have cut out more stuff?
They should have cut down a lot and then changed a lot. Like, this needed to be changed a ton on, like, just the screenplay.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Like one of those really unfocused, like, musicals. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like something you might see a small theater troupe do, where it's just kind of like there's just a lot of songs, but most of the time, most small.
Are you saying Seussical? My performance?
No,
in
Seussical.
It's got a lot of songs.
Seussical has a good emotional through line with good themes, Micah. But I'm saying like a poorly written musical, a Broadway musical, just kind of wanders around and does stuff, and then has songs in between, which is kind of what this feels like.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Okay, so I feel like the songs in Frozen feel very natural to go into.
Yeah.
But all of the songs in this feel like
time for a song, kid.
Time for a song, I guess. Like, they'll just, like, it feels like they're taking, like, the characters are taking a pause for the songs, not that the songs are, like, a natural flow.
I think only really Elsa's songs are the ones I might say are an exception to that.
Yeah, and I would say, honestly, Show Yourself more so than Into the Unknown, because although I like Into the Unknown better,
comes out of nowhere,
she's like, pause. I can hear you. I can hear you. And I don't know, like, none of the songs, like it feels like I don't know, like one of the, like, children's special kind of song intros where they're like, well, and then go into song. Like, it's never like a natural flow where the automatic conclusion would be like they need to go into song.
Well, what most musicals follow is the principle when you are too emotional
too emotional to speak,
you do a song. You go into song, and that doesn't apply to like any of the songs, and except for
not every musical does that, obviously.
Not all of them do it, and it's not bad necessarily if you don't do it.
Yeah, like a lot of musicals though, if they're not using it for emotion, they're using it for specifically storytelling.
Yeah, because it's a much more efficient way to convey information a lot of the time.
Like Hamilton,
and it's a fun way to do it.
Hardly any of the songs are super emotional. Like, there are really emotional songs, but most of the songs are just story.
Yeah, and it can be a heck of a lot more entertaining than just dialogue scenes.
Yeah, and. But still, like, this doesn't fall into that. This doesn't fall into the song is explaining the story. This is just like...
The When I'm Older one does nothing for anything in the entire movie.
Right, that's just all playing towards the Olaf joke that runs through
the Nothing Changes could potentially be really good
the narrative. I think the Nothing Changes is one of the better...
Yeah, no, it's one of the better ones, but since it's, like, doesn't have a main theme...
Yeah.
It kind of just is like, okay.
So yeah, it's just like that. It's just a song that you run into first is what it feels like in the movie. And then, like, I don't know. Honestly, I would still say Show Yourself is the best use of a song in this.
Man, I don't know why I don't like Show Yourself.
But I don't understand. One thing I never understand about Show Yourself is Show Yourself, like, completely in the narrative. Like, is the thing singing back to her all of the things, actually?
Well, who knows, Micah?
I don't know.
Unclear.
Unclear. Oh. And also, okay, so I think this is one thing that I thought of while I was watching it this last time.
The Olaf death fake out, Micah?
No, this movie doesn't like Frozen.
I could see that. Yeah.
It doesn't like anything. It doesn't want to have anything to do with Frozen. That's what it feels like. It feels like it just wants to distance the characters from that first movie as much as possible.
Which, I mean, I guess it succeeds.
Like if you think every time Elsa even is brought up in the first movie, she's like, ooh, gross.
Those were her teenage rebellious years, Micah.
Yeah, but like I don't know. It feels like this movie didn't like the first movie.
Yeah, I don't know what the writing room looked like for this movie. Like where they were like, yeah, this picks up from the first movie, question mark.
Yeah, like I don't
It's weird.
this doesn't feel like a natural flow from the first movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe because I haven't watched them back to back, and maybe like I should do that sometime just to get a feel for how they feel back to back.
It doesn't seem quite as serious as the first movie, which it should, right?
Right?
Like it's just like it deals with the same sort of dark themes, but it just doesn't handle it itself. It wants to be kind of goofy.
Yeah, like the first movie treats itself very seriously and kind of dark in some ways, especially dealing with the magic.
And it does a very good job at balancing its comedy with that sort of overarching theme.
Like the Hans like coming out of nowhere trying to literally just straight up murder Anna. It's like, oh, but it's also like it fits the feel of the movie. But if that happened in this movie, you'd be like, what?
Yeah, no, this movie I feel like just had, it almost feels like too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, almost. I don't know. Also, it's another, like, just a note. It's not really anything of huge note, but I think it's interesting.
It's a note, but it's not of
It's
note.
another Disney movie, and this has happened a lot more with Disney movies lately, that they just don't have a villain.
Well, there you go, Micah. Who needs a villain?
Like
you can just carry the movie.
Like no real villain, and as much as like that's fine if you don't want to have
Frozen,
a solid villain.
Frozen technically doesn't really have one.
Yeah, but like Hans is still an antagonist.
He is an antagonist, but he's not the villain of the story.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he's something to keep the story grounded. Him and Weaseltown guy are both antagonists that keep the story grounded.
Yeah.
But like as much as it's fine if you don't want to use a villain, you have to have your antagonist of the story be extremely clear if you don't have a villain.
Yeah, like have it be an idea or a theme. Like think of like the Odyssey. if you take the Odyssey,
if you will,
something like that, where like it's more the idea or fear of something is keeping you is the antagonist of your story. That's keeping your
the
hero
Odyssey
down.
Kind of like the devil is kind of the antagonist.
Well, yes, but
death
still,
is that the antagonist? I don't know.
But still,
the Odyssey is complicated.
Just go watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou and call it a day.
But yeah, like what is the antagonist of this movie?
I don't know.
Is the antagonist supposed to be past them?
The
like
past,
that's just the past?
The past is the antagonist.
Is that supposed to be it?
I don't know. That wouldn't make sense for a lot of.
Like it would make sense for things. Some of the things, yeah, for some but of not all of the things. Yeah. Like what? Oh,
I don't know.
Like is it just supposed to be their grandfather is the whole antagonist? But like even though he never is in the movie, and it's like all he did was like build a dam and kill somebody.
I almost wish they would have started with like a cold open of that happening,
right?
Where they leave it sort of a mystery what happened,
yeah,
and then to where they actually get you invested in that plot line.
Like why the cold open, if you will call it a cold open,
open.
Of like them young talking about Enchanted Forest. Like why was that stuff not set up in the first movie?
Yeah, well, I get why it's not set up in the first movie. I'm saying open with that, and then have. I don't know, like just maybe imply that he tells it to them. You don't have to sit there, just show it to us rather than.
I don't know though. This like there's a lot of elements in this, and like I said, it feels like it tries to distance itself from the first movie, and I think this may be part of the reasons why. because a lot of it feels like the sequel was very much thought of its whole story way after
Oh
the
yeah,
first one was made.
It didn't have any setup in the first movie.
And I feel like there should be. Like, I feel like the stuff that they talk about should have been very important in the first movie with their childhood growing up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, it's odd. It is. It's an odd movie. I will say that. So you gave this a 5 out of 10, Micah.
I guess.
I guess.
Is there anything else that you really want to talk specifically about?
Not really. Like, I don't know. A couple of the characters were cool, I guess, but nothing really of note. There was
Dipper Pines.
Yeah. What did you think of the
Okay.
literal living merchandise?
Okay. Hold on though. I want to make a note on Dipper Pine's character that I hate. And
Why?
I hate that I hate it.
Wow.
Because he randomly just talks for reindeer, just like Kristoff, but
It's
they don't
supposed
do
to
it
be
in a natural way.
It's supposed to be funny,
But
Micah.
why? Why is it there?
Nobody
Why
knows.
is it supposed to be funny? It's weird. It's random. You're supposed to think, oh, because Kristoff grew up without any family or anything, that's why he talks.
That was the whole shtick in the first movie.
But
and
then this man
And then-
who's grown up with his entire people this whole time talks for like 20 reindeer in one scene out of nowhere. Like he's just having a normal conversation with Kristoff. Doesn't know that Kristoff talks for Sven. And then just starts talking for random reindeer. Not like a reindeer that he knows. Not one that he's named or is personal friends with like Kristoff and Sven. Just random reindeer.
Well, I have a feeling they were going for a play on the all dog owners talk for their dogs, but it doesn't make any sense in the sense that Kristoff does it for actually good writing reasons in the first one.
Right? Like he does it for good reasons.
And then it's just a joke.
Maybe this movie is just a joke.
There you go. Just think of it as one big joke.
Honestly, that's what I do to enjoy it. Like, I gotta think of all of the stupidness as just like funny.
All right.
Okay, wait. One thing that we didn't talk much about, and
Is this the last thing you want to do, Micah?
well, first, what did you want to talk about? Because you brought up something before we get to this last like plot point. That
Oh yeah, what did you think of the flaming salamander that was made to sell toys for some reason?
Well,
I don't know why.
It was definitely made to sell toys.
I don't know why the fire spirit, quote unquote, was a lizard.
The only thing that makes slightly
no
sense, slight sense. The only connection you could possibly make between the fire spirit being a salamander.
Oh, there are fire salamanders.
Is that they're warm-blooded. I mean, wait, cold-blooded, so they need heat.
Oh yeah, that kind of.
That's it. And there are fire salamanders.
Fire salamanders are so cute. Look up fire salamanders.
I don't think that's their name.
Yeah, that's what they're called. Okay, guys, go look up fire salamanders. They're so adorable.
Hold on. Before they're going and looking up random things.
Are you googling fire salamander?
They are fire salamanders.
Yeah, look at how cute they are.
Oh, I love salamanders.
Oh,
they're so cute.
Guys, go do yourself a favor and look up fire salamanders.
Okay, but why was the salamander in this a fire salamander then? Oh, he's so cute.
Wow.
I love
Okay.
salamanders.
All right. Oh, the little baby. There was a chubby one. They're so chubby.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, do yourself a favor.
All right.
Make your day special. Go look up some fire salamanders.
Is that all? Is that all you wanted to cover?
No.
Oh, right. You had your last thing to bring up.
What do you think of like what they do with like the parents and the ship in this? Like all of the parents' stuff.
I mean, it's fine.
Like why? Like I just want to like figure out.
I mean, they need to get them the map somehow.
Yeah, it's just a plot device, but it should make more sense. Like, this is a big thing. This is how their parents died. And it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would they need to look where Elsa gets her powers from? Like, where's the logic in that? Like, and why would your first choice be, like, obviously, let's go to this magical river that probably doesn't exist.
It's unconfirmed that it exists in the first
I don't know.
place.
Maybe their mom knew about it. Maybe because she's the fifth spirit, she was just like, yeah,
It's like
exists.
Song of the Sea, Micah.
And what was calling her? Because she was calling Elsa. Was anything calling her, or was she just like, yeah, I know where it is?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, kids.
Was her mom calling her?
Maybe, Micah. Maybe it's just an endless line. Or maybe she time traveled and called herself.
I don't know. What?
Oh, right. I just remembered what I wanted to bring up.
What did you want to bring up?
It wasn't a question, so I guess I'll just say this is my
just
closing
say it.
thoughts. This movie, especially at the end, should have it has a lot of gravitas to it, but it doesn't
The gravitas.
it doesn't take itself seriously or set up enough for it to feel very dramatic at all.
Well, it doesn't take itself serious enough because, like, there are serious moments in this movie, but it's a slap in the face when you have the movie take itself not very seriously for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I just near the end watching it this last time, I was like, this should feel so like, yeah, she's doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And I just feel absolutely nothing at the end of this movie. Like,
Yeah.
like
even
nothing.
like because like Elsa dies, Olaf.
Oh yeah,
Olaf dies.
I forgot about that.
Like you should feel sad about this, but you're just like, okay.
Oh yeah. Well,
Guess-
that's too bad, I guess.
Guess that's something that happened. Didn't think they were gonna do that, but they did it.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Like, it fails in that department.
And what do you think? Like, cause like I don't. What do you think of the whole stopping the tidal wave thing? It doesn't feel like it should be like a solid ending.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like that doesn't feel like the ending climax that you should get.
Yeah, no, I'm not it just feels like they kind of ran out of stuff for them to do and just were like, well, I guess it's going to be over now.
Well, no, I almost feel like they didn't think it through.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Like, okay, wait. Help me to recollect here.
Micah, we are almost an hour in.
No.
I wanted to wrap this
Help me to
up.
recollect one last thing. Why does breaking the dam save Elsa?
What do you mean?
Why does it save her life?
Does it save her life?
Yeah.
Maybe the magic of the forest returns? Were the spirits dying? Question mark. No, the only reason she gets frozen in the bottom is because
She went too deep.
Yeah, I have no clue why she.
And then they
why
break the dam, and then she's back.
Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense.
I think there's a plot explanation, but I don't remember.
Maybe the spirits save her, because doesn't she ride back on the water?
She
spirit?
does ride back on the water spirit, but how would the water spirit get down there and not die?
Well, maybe Gale goes down there.
Well, how would Gale get in there?
I don't know. I have no clue why that happens. That you bring up a good point, Mike.
And then
maybe we just weren't paying close enough attention.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe there's a perfectly logical explanation.
I don't know. And then another thing, Robbie brought this up while we were watching. Huge tidal wave, lots of water, like lot of water. Elsa puts up wall of ice, not covering the entire ocean, just a wall, tiny wall of ice. Immediately, just around the area of immediate Arendelle. Why wasn't Arendelle completely flooded?
We don't know, honestly, because the whole fjord, in theory, should rise
It should rise
a lot.
significantly. That was a lot of water.
But I don't think they wanted to have to deal with that, Mike. Which I don't know why they would choose a device like a dam to do in their story if they don't want to deal with the fallout of
this
destroying.
movie just doesn't make sense from a writing perspective.
It really doesn't. We're trying to like, oh yeah, that happens, and then we're like, wait, why the heck does that happen?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to piece together why anything happens in this movie, and it's all so contrived. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about all the thoughts I have on it. It can be fun.
Yeah, I don't actually have too much to say about this one.
Yeah, it's not like I don't actively like hate this movie
Yeah.
or anything. It just doesn't make any sense.
You know what, dude? If I'm ever like super tired and I just want to turn on something dumb, I'll probably turn this on.
And jam out with Panic at the
yeah,
Disco.
yeah, I'll sing Into the Unknown
Be like into the
at the top of my lungs. There you go. See,
Yeah.
it's the perfect movie for that.
Yeah.
It's-
But man, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it. That's all.
All right.
That's about all I have.
you wanna go over what we watched this week, Micah?
Sure.
We've watched some interesting things.
I think I've watched more than you.
We went on a Billy Wilder kick this past
we
little
did
bit.
go on a Billy Wilder kick. So, the first
First
we
of
watched
June.
Goblet of Fire,
Who'd have thought?
which we just did the episode
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that. But I also watched 3 other things on the first.
What did you watch, Micah?
I watched
Wait, 3 other movies?
3 other movies. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I watched 10 Things I Hate About You for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And that was surprisingly good. I give it 4 stars.
I wanna watch that one. I
You know,
haven't
it's
seen it.
It's Heath Ledger. How can you go wrong with Heath Ledger?
Well,
It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt and
I thought it was Levi. Is it not?
Levitt.
Oh well. I could be terribly wrong. Apparently.
I don't know. Anyway, it was fun. It was like it felt like, you know, one of those like classic kind of teen movies.
Teen beach movies, Micah.
No, not teen beach movies. But yeah, it was pretty good.
Alright.
Then I watched Back to the Future,
Back to the Future.
which I gave 5
small
stars.
small little indie you might have heard of.
Small little indie, you might have heard of it. Which I gave 5 stars, which is always a little generous. Back to the Future does have some problems, but I just really, really love Back to the Future.
Wow.
I think it could land a 4.5 for me though, like just looking at it as objectively, because I really only have a couple problems with it overall.
Well, there you go.
But it's really great. And then, Robbie, what else did we watch?
We watched Best Picture winner
Woot Woot.
for the first
it
time.
won 5 Oscars though.
Something like that. I don't
Hold
know.
on. And then I'm gonna look at
All
all the
right, we
Oscars it
watched
won.
The Artist,
Yeah.
a 2011 silent film? Question mark.
Mostly silent.
Mostly silent film, like 90% of the runtime.
Only time they break the silence is for thematic things.
But yeah, no, it's
Really good.
It is.
This is cinema right here.
I rated it at 4.5 out of 5.
I rated it 5 out of 5, and
who'da thought?
believe it or not, I put it in my top 4 favorite on Letterboxd.
Who'd have thought?
This won an Oscar for Best Motion Picture, Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, Best Achievement in Directing, Best Achievement in Costume Design, and Best Original Score.
It's really good, guys. You should go watch it.
And just for anybody who is questioning whether it's good or not, it's got John Goodman in it.
It's got John. It literally has good in his name, Micah.
How you can't it's literally good men.
Wow. But yeah, if you think you'll be bored by it, you won't.
Yeah, like this is like using the silent film to its best.
It's
possible.
quite good.
Like this thing is actually probably one of the most like captivated I've been watching a movie.
Because you have to pay attention to know what's going on.
And it's really intense too. So
Yes, it is.
Then on the second one,
The very next day, we watched that animated trilogy thing.
Oh yeah.
Modest Heroes.
Modest Heroes.
It's on Netflix.
Modest is the hottest.
It's basically a collection of 3 animated shorts.
Anime shorts.
Anime shorts, like they're still animated. But yeah, they were all pretty good. I think I'd probably give it like a 3 on average.
I give it 3 stars overall, like the entire collection.
If you want to look at my profile, I rated all of them individually and just gave the compilation a like on Letterboxd. So you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then that night we watched Shaun the Sheep.
Shaun the Sheep
For the first time.
For the first time, yeah. I mean,
it was pretty good.
It was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I was.
It's nothing great.
I had never seen like a full episode of Shaun the Sheep before.
Oh well, yeah, I've done that before.
So I didn't know what to expect really.
Shaun the Sheep's nothing like masterpiece, but it's fun.
Yeah, this was a fun movie. I'd buy it on Blu-ray or
Yeah,
something.
it's very enjoyable to watch. It's like only 85 minutes,
Yeah.
so it feels a little bit longer, but that's because the movie does have some problems.
Yeah, no, it's not perfect, but you guys should watch it if you haven't seen it before.
I gave it 3.5.
I gave it 4 out of 5.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's on Netflix right now, actually.
Yeah.
If you guys want to... Or wait, no. It was on Crackle? It was on one of the free...
I don't know.
No, Tubi. It was on
Tubi.
Tubi right now.
All right. Then on the 3rd, I watched The Incredibles.
I didn't watch anything.
And I watched The Incredibles because it's a very
I
very
did
movie.
catch the last 40 minutes
but
of
B,
The Incredibles.
because I'm working on a video essay about The Incredibles that's coming out this month, and that's going to be fun. So yeah,
Who'd have thought?
go check out Im Greyway Films on YouTube.
Wow.
gotta throw in a little plug there.
Link in the description, Micah?
Maybe.
I think so. I think I put your channel link in the description.
I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. The Incredibles really is just one of the best animated movies ever. I kid you not.
I kid you not. Okay.
Then on the 4th,
On the
I
4th,
watched Avengers Infinity War.
I did not watch any of that.
And I rated it 4.5. It's probably, in my opinion, the best Avengers movie. No, I don't think Avengers is better.
I think
I really don't think the first Avengers
I
is
might.
better. But
I don't know.
That's the only thing
I
in
don't know.
competition
Yeah,
with it.
I might say the Avengers, just maybe, but I don't know.
I don't think so.
We should just do an MCU thing, Micah,
Oh,
after
yes.
this.
Every-
after we finish Harry Potter.
Every MCU movie, here we come. That's
boy.
all we're gonna do now. Is
That could
as
be fun.
long as that would be,
That could
it's
be
like
fun.
26 movies. It could be fun.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
because
There you
they're
go.
interesting subjects.
There's an idea, Micah.
We'll run that through the old noodle. But yeah, I think it's probably the best Avengers movie. It's definitely not perfect, but I really enjoy it.
Well, there you go.
And then what did we watch, Robbie?
We watched Double Indemnity. I can't say it.
Indemnity.
Double Indemnity. Billy Wilder's Billy Wilder's noir, if you will. It is a noir.
More of that voice over.
I love voiceover. I love his voiceover. Anyway.
Yeah, voiceover used right.
Yes. But yeah, no, this was the first time either me or Micah had watched it, and it was really good.
Yeah, it was, it had Fred McMurray.
Fred McMurray, yes.
But yeah,
he's pretty good.
It wasn't as good as I hoped. Like,
really?
I like all of Billy Wilder's movies, but maybe The Apartment better.
How dare you? Okay, Yossi's gonna murder you. I'm gonna tell him that you said you didn't like The Apartment on here.
Here, we'll get Yossi on the podcast, and we'll talk about The Apartment. That's all I'm saying.
Doesn't that? Yeah, that has Fred McMurray as
it
well.
Does
like
have Fred McMurray.
That'll never get old. Fred McMurray.
Yeah, no, I rated it 4 stars. It was still really good.
I gave it 4.5.
It just wasn't as good as I hoped it would be.
Man, it's so good. Billy Wilder's such a good screenwriter and director.
Yeah, but apparently, I don't know. After watching as many movies of him as he's got a very, very what is it? Pessimistic, I guess.
Yeah, a very cynical. Yeah.
Cynical look at life.
Yes, he is a cynical. He writes a cynical story once in a while.
Most of the time.
Most of the while.
like Ace in the Hole. Woof. The Apartment. Woof. Double Indemnity. Woof.
Are you a dog now?
Sunset Boulevard. Woof. Some like it hot. No, that's a fun time.
Yeah. It's still cynical, though.
All right, then on the 5th also, I watched Avengers Endgame. Which, technically speaking, so I'll explain the story behind this. Originally, I was going to try to watch Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame back-to-back.
BTB,
but people got home and they're like, I don't want to watch Endgame. Even though I was already like halfway through it.
Micah,
and
I mean, understandably.
and then I turned it off and finished it the next day.
Oh.
But with double indemnity in between, so it was kind of not as pure of a all the way through watching experience as I was hoping for. But anyway, it's nowhere near as good as Infinity War.
You're gonna make a regular sized man joke, Micah.
It's
tacos, Micah.
I don't know what happened. Infinity War was very serious, and this movie should be probably more serious, but it's not.
But it's
It
man.
takes itself as a complete joke. It really does. Like, it has some serious moments. Like, the movie where Iron Man dies, it should be serious. He's the guy who started the thing out. Like, why is this movie like this? It's still not awful. Like, it's just, like, it bothers me a lot, but it's still a pretty darn decent movie. So, I gave it 4 stars.
I don't know what I gave it. I probably would give it like a 3.5.
But, like, yeah, 3.5 is probably fair for it. It's just very disappointing, especially coming off of Infinity War.
Well, there you go.
Then what else did we watch on the 5th?
The thing we considered doing on the podcast until we realized we hadn't done an animated film in a long time.
Yeah. Man,
So,
this would have been rough to do on the podcast.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Micah.
2020 releases, baby. I've only seen 5 of them.
Dang it, man. This movie didn't deserve Ben Schwartz.
Right? Ben Schwartz is the best. and then this movie.
It's fine. Like, this movie's the definition of fine.
This it really is. Like, you can't...
And not like fine.
Yeah,
but
not like fine. But like it's just fine.
It's just fine.
I gave it 3 stars, but honestly 2.5 would be a fair rating.
Yeah, I gave it 2.5.
Because it's literally just fine. I think the only reason I gave it that extra half star
It's for Jim
was
Carrey's
because
dancing
Jim Carrey is really, like, lively in this. I think his character is a lot of fun. It's whack, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
But-
yeah, that's about right. We'll probably do it on the podcast sometime. So
That's the only thing extra special about this movie is Jim Carrey.
what about Jim Carrey's sunglasses, Micah?
Oh, R.I.P. Jim Carrey's sunglasses.
R.I.P. his sunglasses. Wow.
Hey, but you know what they said? He's going to be back by Christmas, so I'm expecting Sonic 2 to release this Christmas.
Yeah, he went to the Shroom World.
Spoilers for a 2020 movie.
Oh, wait, shoot. The Shroom World. Out of context. All right.
Then on the 6th...
We watched like 16,000 shorts on the 6th.
But we're not going to talk about
Yeah, we're not going to
them.
be talking about those.
But we did watch 12 Angry Men.
Heck yeah, we did.
Which I gave a beautiful amount of 5 stars.
Yes, 5 out of 5.
Darn good movie.
I think it's objectively a perfect movie.
Technically, and I've noticed this now, because technically we watched Double Indemnity on the 4th, and technically we watched 12 Angry Men on the 5th,
I
but we
know.
watched them late enough that it counted as the next day.
We need better sleep schedules, is what we're saying. But yeah, 12 Angry Men, we've talked about it some before on past
it's so
episodes.
good.
It's so good. Go watch it.
Go watch it.
It's on Prime right
It's
now.
on Prime right now.
Then we, like I said, we watched like
We
16.
watched several shorts.
16 billion shorts.
There are 2 that'll bring up. We rewatched Anima, which I'm still
Paul
just,
Thomas
I'm still just
Anderson,
not a
baby.
big fan of.
Paul Thomas
I give it
Anderson.
3 stars because I just don't think it's...
You don't like Radiohead.
No, I don't like Radiohead.
How dare you?
But like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this. So
I literally this short almost has me in tears every time.
how does it have you? This short makes me feel nothing.
How dare you, Micah?
Nothing. Actually, nothing besides boredom.
It makes me feel bored. How dare you, Micah?
I don't know. I'm just
Have you no heart?
like, it's got a lot of craft put into it, which is why I still give it 3 stars. But
So good.
I get no enjoyment out of watching this.
Wow. What was the other notable short that you were
I was just
bring
gonna
up?
talk about Donovan Dixon, Private Eye.
Yeah.
Just because it was like, it's...
Connor, if you're hearing this, we will have you on the podcast at some point. But we're talking about your short film.
I thought it was pretty good. It's pretty short, but
It's pretty short. It's a short.
It's 3
film.
minutes though. Like, there are shorts that are like 15,
All right.
but this is like 3 minutes. But it's still really funny. Like, I don't know. I enjoyed this a lot more than the other short by them.
Is this Connor's best performance, Micah?
Probably. But yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Film Police. It just wasn't
How dare
really
you.
it wasn't really my thing.
I've designed the posters for both of his films now.
Yeah,
It's
I
kinda
don't know.
crazy.
Film Police was not my cup of tea.
Yeah, if you guys want to know about some of my other hobbies, I'm a graphic designer by trade. I
By
guess.
trade.
I'm a freelance graphic designer. I'll say it.
That's true.
Yeah, if you want to see some of my work, check out Connor's.
Honestly, I
short films.
think the Private Eye one's poster is better anyway.
You like it better, Micah.
I do.
I like the font. I like the font that I chose.
But yeah, no, I
for this
really
one.
like this. I really liked this one.
All right, yeah, it's fun. I like it.
I gave it 3.5.
I gave it 4. 4 out of 5.
Then, on the night of the 6th...
The night of the 6th.
We watched Billy Wilder's most popular movie.
Yes!
Sunset Boulevard. Yes! Which honestly was kind of disappointing.
What?
Like, it was darn good, I'll give you that.
It's so good.
Compared, I don't know. I still don't like it better than Ace in the Hole or Some Like It Hot. I really don't think it comes anywhere near as good as those.
I mean, you have a right to your opinion.
Like, I don't know. There's a lot in this movie that I feel like, although technically speaking works, it also, like, just doesn't work.
You don't like watching it?
Like, yeah, it's very, very, very slow, but not in a good slow burn kind of way like you'd think it should be. It's just kind of them sitting around for a long time.
Dang, man, this is probably like one of my favorite movies probably ever.
Like, it's well written and all, but there's just a lot of dead space.
It's got a fantastic
and that dead
screenplay.
space really turns me off a lot to the movie. And it's still good. I gave it 4.5 stars. It's still a good movie, but I just don't think it hits the level anywhere near the level of Some Like It Hot or Ace in the Hole.
So yeah, this is definitely one of Billy Wilder's slower movies. Like this and The Apartment are both pretty slow.
And I think
compared to his other stuff.
I think The Apartment is more interesting than this.
Wow. I mean, fair enough. The Apartment is really a really good movie, Micah.
But I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a lot happens in this movie. So you feel like you just kind of sat through.
But Micah, you get the iconic line of, "That's when she told me about her nose."
That's when she told me about her nose. See, I would take a side movie just with a love story with them too.
You liked Betty in this movie, Micah?
I did.
No, there you go. That's all you need, I guess.
Miss Fraser.
Yeah, no, like I said, guys, this is like one of my favorite movies ever.
I don't know.
Sunset Boulevard, go watch it.
I don't know. Go watch Ace in the Hole. And
just go watch a Billy Wilder movie.
Then on the 7th we watched Frozen 2, but then also technically on the 7th, but also like on today, technically speaking.
You're getting as bad as Haley with like splitting up your film viewings into like 5 different parts.
I literally only do this because you guys are like, turn it off.
I do not say turn it off.
So that's the only reason. Otherwise I would have uninterrupted watching experiences.
Wow.
But I watched The Hunger Games: Catching Fire, which is definitely the best Hunger Games movie.
Definitely.
I don't think it deserves its 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think that's a little generous. I don't think it's that good. I give it 4 stars, and I really, really enjoy this one, but it's not perfect by any means. But I do think it's the best of them.
I don't know, man.
Or at any rate, it definitely has the best direction of any of them.
We should cover the Hunger Games franchise, because I dislike almost every Hunger Games movie.
I don't know how, man.
It's everything I dislike about like dystopian future movies. But I mean, it like some of them are still good. Like the first one it's a solid movie.
See, I don't know how, like, I get you saying that to the Mockingjay movies, because the Mockingjay movies were pretty rough.
I don't know, man.
But like Catching Fire is a good movie.
I need to watch Catching Fire again. I don't really remember it.
Like almost like 90% of people I've talked to about it agree that this movie is just better than the first one.
Well, then I guess you need to prove me wrong.
And the critics over at Rotten Tomatoes agree. So
there you go. Mockingjay Part 2 is the best one.
Oh no. Well, no. See, a hotter take would be Mockingjay Part 1 is the best one.
Oh man, yikes. All right. Well, since we're pretty going pretty long now.
I mean, not like especially long. We've got some cut off in the beginning.
Yeah. But I guess we need a quote to close us off. Micah, are you just gonna say Samantha? Confused.
I was about to say we should just do Samantha.
All right.
Samantha?
Wow.
But Robbie, you don't even know a Samantha.
I don't even know a Samantha. Is that Micah? Did that joke make you laugh out loud?
That joke did make me laugh
Made
out
you
loud.
LOL,
Okay,
as it
okay,
were?
okay. Before we go, please. Okay, there's a rule. There's a rule of 3 jokes, and it
Oh my
it
God.
it doesn't have to happen, but it makes it better.
I'm leaving
and,
the podcast.
And they had a great way. They could have slipped it in. They could have slipped it in right at the end when he's saying like, oh, everybody's back. He was like Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, Spin, and he could have said Samantha.
No one would have remembered that.
I would have remembered it.
I mean, that would have been funny.
I would have given it an extra half star.
Should I make a cut where that happens, Micah?
Yes, I need to get Josh Gad to say Samantha one more time.
Well, you can just take it from earlier in the movie.
No, you have to have it flow. So he has to just redo the line.
All right. Well, goodbye, guys.
And then Robbie's leaving the studio.
Goodbye, guys. I'm leaving the podcast.
Leave the studio.
Good luck with the rest of the Harry Potter films.
Oh, thanks. He's left the studio.
Darn tootin'.